Now, question, guys. Totally different subject. Have you heard the new Jack Harlow album?
Yes, I have.
I've heard a few songs.
Have you heard the feedback on it? Because all I've been hearing all over Twitter is it's garbage. He flopped. Weakest album. Underwhelming.
I did hear some feedback on it, and I agree, honestly.
I feel like we were playing the album at my homie's house, and it was like it was going through. You know when you're listening to an album and some songs are like, damn, bro, this is fire. Probably heard like 2 or 3 out of them that I was just like, okay, this
it was
is
just
cool.
like good background music.
Yeah, but everything else was background music. It was like elevator music for me. But I gotta say, I didn't give it a listen like it deserves. So I might have to give it to that and then give a better opinion on it. But I want to hear your guys.
They're definitely dragging it. And see, part of the thing is, and if we're talking numbers, he sold about 80,000 or 70,000 under what he was projected to sell. So it was underwhelming even numbers wise. The label projected him at I think 180,000. Either way, it was about 80,000. Was it 200,000? Nah, I think it was 180,000. He sold about 100.
Okay.
So basically, he's around 80,000 off. My numbers might be wrong, but the difference is not wrong. That is what the difference was. And part of that also is even me seeing the Twitter comments and the tweets about it, you immediately start assuming like you're listening now for, why don't people like it? Oh, what's trash about it? And the perception of when people immediately start responding saying that after like a day, everyone else does kind of feed off of that because they keep seeing it and now it becomes the norm. Like, okay, this album is trash. Yeah. And I'm going to listen to it trying to hear the trashness in it. So I think that alone skews the numbers. Something like, who just dropped and did well?
Future
dropped, and a lot of people were saying it's fire. You keep seeing it posted on the story. People had missed Future. They're excited he's back. His numbers went up. They've continued to grow since he dropped it. Jack Harlow, it seems like the culture immediately said, this is a flop, and they weren't happy with it, and then they sent it back to the streets.
I think he's also really good at, like, garnering interest. He'll get the hype up really well. So I feel like he had a lot of hype going into the album. So when it came out, and you hear, just like you said, like a lot of people were talking shit about it or calling it mid or garbage. And then you start seeing the numbers decline because you're taking other people's opinions versus you actually going and listening to it yourself.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to ask you, so what do you think about the album?
Okay,
I genuinely think it wasn't good, honestly. So, like, I could tell you why it wasn't good.
So I listened, and I will not say I'm disappointed in Jack. I think TikTok may have set himself up for this disappointment. When you hear 7 seconds, 15 seconds of a song, or even the snippet of First Class, a lot of people were really disappointed because he had it playing off the studio speakers. Once they heard the actual beat, they found it was a much more simplistic beat that was playing. I think I'm not disappointed because look at his best hit, What's Poppin'. It was dope. The beat was dope, but I just don't expect him to like do some crazy shit I never heard. I like some of the songs. I like some of the hooks, but it's more simple in terms of like he's gonna rap. The raps are cool, but he's not gonna push the envelope or really attack the beat. He kind of flows with the beat,
right?
But he's never trying to like wow you with some crazy ass bar. Like he's just cool. Like
I think he has a really slick flow. I think he has the swagger of that the rapper should have. I feel like there's certain categories he does hit, right? But this last album, I feel like it was very underwhelming. It felt very lazy. The production value wasn't the most amazing. I feel like Jack in his past albums, at least like way before, like I've heard the story that he sound pretty consistent. Like all his shit sound the same in the past like 4 or 5 years, right? But before then, he had bars. Like I honestly think he had bars. Like he told a story. I feel like storytelling was way better. He never like attacked the beat, let's say like a Kendrick or something like that, but he had his own version of attacking the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like where he was in his rap bag. But I feel like and then the subject matter was way better. This whole subject matter of this album was like some flirtatious type shit, but it's
for the ladies.
Yeah, but I don't think that helps, right? Like there was nothing on this album that was memorable for me. There was nothing on this album where I was like I want to go back and listen to it. I don't want to hear him rapping over 90s samples if he's just gonna say bullshit. Honestly, like I don't like that part. He had Pharrell on there. Pharrell didn't even sound happy to be on the album. To be honest, it wasn't the best Pharrell produced beat. Yeah, he for sure wasn't happy. What else I have an issue with on the album?
You like the Dua Lipa track?
It was forgettable. It wasn't memorable. Nothing on that shit was memorable.
I'm gonna play part of a song I was listening to today with him and Wayne. I did like Wayne's part. But I think it kind of gives a picture of what people aren't liking here. I do like the hook of this one.
It feels hollow.
Right here. I think that's part of the problem. He still raps like when people rap about rapping. Jack got the flow. Jack about to get him. I gotta get him. And he did the same thing on the song he had with Drake. Although he did add more from where the snippet was at. But we don't really want to hear about the flow, especially when the flow is very slow. Like you're kind of just riding with the beat for a big chunk of the songs. I wasn't disappointed. I liked it. I thought the beats were nice. I thought it was a nice listen, but I wasn't expecting. I think a lot of people were expecting like how Lil Baby went in like, oh shit, he really up next when he dropped My Turn. They're like, yo, this was the project. I feel like Jack, people were expecting that, but I was just expecting more of Jack. Like it was kind of the same thing, unless he gets some crazy features or some crazy production. But hearing these beats was like, oh, nice, some smooth beats. They're kind of knocking at the same time. Not the highest BPM, and times when he could accelerate, he's not going to. He's just gonna keep rocking with the beat,
and that's why I felt like it was underwhelming.
Yeah, it was underwhelming.
It's kind of like it's safe, And I feel like as an album, it wasn't cohesive. Like I didn't feel, and I like that as a listener. I like for an album to like listen like a book. Like I want the soundscape aspect of it. I want the intros. I want the outros. I want the storytelling in the background. I want the record tapes hitting, and you know what I'm saying, like all the extra. The intangibles that you would put into an album, like that's what I want to hear, and then also like relevance too, like and that's debatable if how you consider relevance, right? Because it's like, is it relevant to the world? Like, are you talking about social shit, or are you talking about something that's relevant to you? And those are both acceptable for rap albums,
Yeah.
So, and I feel like I didn't get any of that with this from Jack.
Is Jack Harlow's pen starting to dry out?
See, and that's why I haven't listened to Jack Harlow's like his whole discography. Like today, I went back and listened to the first album, and it sounded way better than that whole album, like his newest album, like that first song. And I was like, hey, he sounds way more on top of it. He sounds hungry. This one, he just sounds kind of lazy over these like industry type sounds. He had Justin Timberlake on his album.
JT.
Where did he find Justin Timberlake from? Man. Justin Timberlake is canceled.
What you
mean?
Hey,
why is he canceled?
Because he tried to make a rap album.
That don't
and it was terrible.
Justin Timberlake is no joke though, bro.
He's
That's
but we haven't seen him in like a decade. Where is Justin Timberlake been?
If I get Justin Timberlake on my album, bro, Justin Timberlake, you know how many Grammys he's won, bro? Like Justin Timberlake he's a legend.
Yeah.
Well, that song was not legendary.
I don't even remember that song.
One that he did with no one remembers that song. And then he did it, like I said, the song with Pharrell was just like, yo, you got Pharrell on the beat and he doesn't even want to be happy. This dude's never sad. He's never mad. He's always in a good spirit.
I feel like he's also just got a lot of buzz right now, so that I don't think his pen is drying out. Probably for this album, just like you're saying, it might be.
People were comparing him to Drake.
Back in the ink. Huh?
Yeah.
People were comparing him to Drake.
Yeah, you got to. Oh yeah, they were.
And
people were comparing Drake to Jack.
Drake to Drake.
Either way is wrong, because it's like if you listen to it, if the whole album and nothing compares to what Drake has done on his first, second, third.
Jack for sure raps better
anything
than Drake.
ever. Yeah, and then he was on the same song as him and.
Jack washed him. Yeah. Everyone said that. Jack washed him on Churchill Downs. Ask anybody.
On my penis.
Did he say that?
Yeah, one of them bars, something like that.
Yeah, Churchill Downs. I'm glad he added more. He added more because there was a snippet, or not a snippet out, but it was a leaked version.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, he got washed. Like I'm confused what happened there. Like, did Drake just send him the beat and didn't lay nothing down and was like, yeah, lay your shit down, and he laid it down, and then Drake went and did his shit and sent it back? Because I'm thinking, how you let Drake wash you like that, bro? He went straight lemon pepper mode on you, and you was saying that bullshit, man. And this shit with, Jack got the flow, man, or the shit about the dad. I'm a dad, take your phone, ass, man. Blah blah blah.
See, but now he's trying to be too cool, because like when it was Jack Harlow, at least the songs I've heard, when it was Jack Harlow before like the new persona,
dude,
like
he is
cool,
though.
The fly flirty guy. No, at first he had a glow up. He had like a public eye glow up because it was before
when he had no beard, bro.
No, he looked crazy. He looked wild.
I remember I seen him when DJ Drama first brought him on. Was it Funk Flex? I forgot where he was at. I'm like,
goofy.
Who is this kid? He looks like a scrub, bro.
For real, bro.
Then he started rapping.
Yeah, and he started rapping. The ladies was fucking with him. He was flirting with people on the red carpets and shit. So he had like a whole glow up.
Ladies love
he
him,
understands the internet very well.
Yeah, but
I give it to him on that.
Beforehand, he had personality in his raps, and he still had personality.
Yeah.
But it changed because now it's like now he has this persona, which is still like some charisma, some personality, but it's shallow. Like it doesn't hit deep. It's like, yeah, I'll fuck her and do all this other shit. Then like 1 second he has like like one song he's talking to like one female particularly, right? As if like I'm flirting with you and shit. And then the next bar he talks about fucking all the hoes again. So it's just like I don't know how to feel about it.
I would have liked if it was more oh fuck, what's the word I was looking for? What's it called when it's like fuck it, I lost it. But either way, I wish you remember the song he did with Chris Brown. Got a buddy in what you're studying.
Yeah.
Like more melodic, like
not even that, but like a concept, more like conceptual, like songs like that. Because I get it, like you probably seen the same thing. You don't want to rap about it the whole time. Make some type of concept up in these certain songs. Like that one was really good. The one with Chris Brown, like what he said, tied in with the hook. It would have been cool to hear more of that type of stuff. But yeah, I just think the expectations are what make the album underwhelming.
Do you think he's having like the same thing as DaBaby? You know how DaBaby came out and he was rapping and everybody knew what DaBaby sounded like and he just kept doing the same thing? Do you think it's that type of effect that's happening to Jack?
DaBaby's done great. Lil Baby's done great.
No,
you talking about Lil Baby?
DaBaby.
Oh, DaBaby?
Because you know how he came out, everybody's like, this motherfucker's the truth.
I think they blew him up too fast.
Who? Jack?
Both
Both of them?
Yeah. In consideration of like artist development, I don't think
Jack 10 years in. Jack 10 years in though.
Yeah, DaBaby's been doing it for a minute too. I feel like is it just because he sounds similar? Like most of the flows, most of the songs like that, because you're saying that he's just flowing with the beat.
Yeah,
versus it's going in on the
it's
beat.
like he wasn't set out to be like, I'm about to show them I'm the greatest rapper alive. Like I'm gonna go body this shit. Like it just seemed like he liked the beats and he had a job to do. He had to get this album done, and it was cool. Like he's rhyming for sure. It's and
there was no passion.
He was he was kind of definitely not lethargic. I don't want to say he sounds lethargic on a lot of songs, but
he does.
He wasn't trying to it's like he wasn't really trying to prove a point with this one, but he was more talking about where he's at. And it was maybe it's like he just thought the world would love it. Like this is all facts. They love me. I'm the guy. They're gonna love this. The beat is fire. But I don't know. He's also just a different type of artist because sometimes Cole does shit like that. Like he have boring ass slow beats, and then he's just like rap. I'm like Cole. This is except for Cole. At least you give him the credit most of the time of like, all right, got it. This nigga just wrote a poem over the beat. Like, fine, got it, cool. But then when Cole's either rapping about some bullshit, or he's doing on his poetry shit, or he's on his fire bag. But Jack, yeah, it was just cool.
He doesn't have that mix up. He don't have those same capabilities.
Exactly. Sometimes I think, like, all right, if I was playing this for the homies, would they be that jazzed by it? I feel like I wouldn't be that jazzed if I was rapping just like this over the same beat. I don't think anyone would be that. Just be like, oh yeah, I like this beat, or like it would be cool. I don't think anyone would have a very like hyped reaction to it. So I don't think the people are wrong. I think they have a point in their underwhelmingness.
And the thing is he was being a rapper, right? He was rapping.
Yeah.
But he wasn't being an artist.
I like some of his hooks though. So one of the hooks was nice. And I hear him sing. I haven't heard him sing that much.
But he was being a rapper, but he wasn't being an artist. And I feel like those are two different things. Like the Kendrick Lamar video that you about to see, fucking fire. Honestly. The first time I heard the Kendrick song, I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
I didn't like it. I'm gonna be honest.
I listened to it without the what's it called? I listened to it without the video.
Yeah.
So I just listened to it. I was like, yo, this is one long ass song, and he's doing the same thing. The flow. Yeah. I thought he was gonna switch up the flow halfway through.
He was off beat for a second.
So we don't like the new Kendrick song.
No, hold on.
You gotta watch the video.
The video
first